Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, sister. So you've written into us quite simply about the fact that you married a Christian and now you'd like to see him convert to Islam. So firstly, I just want to say that I don't want to answer the question yet without just expressing my concern. And I feel like if I don't say something, then I would be in sin if I don't. So I'm just wondering, I guess, firstly about the validity of your marriage, because Islamically, whilst men can marry Christian women, because obviously any children that come from the marriage would take the religion of the father, Muslim women are not actually allowed to marry Christian men for this reason, that any children born out of the marriage would of course be Christians. So first of all, I would just ask that you do check on this. I'm wondering if perhaps because you married without the knowledge of your parents, so this may be slipped through the net. But that said, you should have had a wali present, whether that be your father if he's around, or an alternative, whether it be the imam. If he isn't around, then something should have been said, or somebody should have stepped in here and said about the impermissibility of this. Anyhow, I know that this wasn't your question, but I feel like I must say something here just to prevent any sin being committed on your part, and it would be wrong and sinful for me not to speak up. So forgive me, there's no judgment here. I'm just advising on what I think you should get further advice on first and foremost. But of course, if he was a Muslim man, which of course is what you would like to see happen, then I'm going to offer you some advice on this in terms of helping people to see the light of Islam, whether it be from a spouse or friends, family, or just those around you. So first of all, just to know that you can't convert somebody yourself, only Allah can do that. So the first thing to do is turn to Allah, to make dua, to ask Allah to open their heart to Islam, to soften their heart to Islam, and for them to accept Islam, because Allah is the turner of hearts. Otherwise, being a good example of a Muslim and what it is to live Islamically, let them see the love for Islam in your heart and how it brings you joy, how it makes you behave in positive ways, both towards yourself but also towards others as well. So your character, let your character be a shining light of what Islam is, and almost be actually a very excellent form of dawah, because people will see that this is what Islam is. Other than that, educating them by either directing them to courses on Islam, or if possible, even doing the courses with them. There is so much to learn about Islam, and you'll probably find, that if you were to do this course with them, that you, even as a born Muslim, would learn something new yourself as well. But it also shows your support for them too, and it keeps the motivation to complete the course between the two of you. So this is another option to help them to seek education and learn about Islam. Also so for a brother, or a male, in this case of your husband, encouraging him to mix with other brothers so he can experience what life is like as a Muslim, what the daily routine is, and to be around others who will be a positive influence on him. Maybe even introduce him to the imam in case he might have some questions. So again, this is another way of getting knowledge about Islam as well. So being a good example of Islam by showing your good character, but also supporting them in getting education about what Islam is. Importantly, don't force it on anyone. Don't force Islam on anyone. Don't force them to accept Islam, or to force them to think that this is the best and only way. Don't put down their religion that they are in. So be a good example of what a good Muslim is, and point them to where they can find out more. If they want to, of course. Like I said, don't be forceful about it. Don't make them go and read. Don't make them go and be around people that they maybe don't want to be. So it's about being persistent, but in a gentle way. So don't make them feel bad if they don't want to initially, do some more reading, to talk with, other Muslims. Don't make them feel bad for that, and don't push them to do it. It might be that they're not interested to begin with. So gently bringing it up every now and again. You might bring it up one time and they're blankly not interested at all. Give it some time, let them kind of, let it, I guess, simmer, what Islam is. And, every now and again, just bring it up gently. So it's about being gentle in your approach as well. So being a good example, supporting them to get education, encourage them to mix with other Muslims, point them to somewhere where they can ask questions and get authentic answers, and importantly, don't force it. Be gentle with them. So may Allah reward you for reaching out and getting advice on it, to try and maybe correct the matter, and may He guide our loved ones who are not Muslims to the path of Islam, and may He let them see the beauty of Islam. May He soften their hearts towards Islam.